heard that Jack, your son, was more enamored with Iron Man though at one point. Was that true?
Yeah. Well, there was an evening. Bob Downey, who we've known one another for a million years, and
I like how you call Robert Downey Bob.
Yeah, and we sort of came up the ranks together, in a weird way, back in the '80s and stuff, and he's someone I've always admired, and we've had a good relationship, and he came over one evening for dinner. He and his wife came for dinner, and my son was just like, sitting. He couldn't believe that he was sitting next to Iron Man. And so I saw Captain Jack leave my son's eyes. And Iron Man was the...
It's no surprise that things have been moving incredibly well for Johnny Depp since he put the case with Amber to bed. But what most people don't know is just how well the actor's life has been going since that happened. And according to recent updates from the media, it seems the Pirates of the Caribbean star might be teaming up with our very own Iron Man in an upcoming movie. And from what we know about both of them individually, I think it's safe to say this might turn the world upside down. But there's also a lot more to the story. So if you don't want to miss out on any of the details, stay tuned to this video till the end. For Johnny Depp, landing major roles hasn't really ever been a hurdle, and that's why when the news came out that he was poised to star in the new installment of Sherlock Holmes, the world went nuts. Fans have been waiting for one of the most anticipated movies, Sherlock Holmes 3, for years. The film was set to release on December 22, 2021, but it did not release then. Currently, there is no official release date for the action mystery film. Like other movies and television series throughout the global entertainment industries, the development of Sherlock Holmes 3 was affected due to the COVID-19 pandemic and consequent lockdowns. There is no official release date for Sherlock Holmes 3. Since the film has missed its December release date, viewers are confused about whether the film will actually happen. What's adding to their confusion is the fact that the movie hasn't started filming yet and the current status is unknown. However, the good news for Johnny Depp fans is that, in May 2022, it was reported that actor Robert Downey Jr. was interested in casting Depp in the film in hopes to restore his career following his legal troubles with actress Amber Heard. It was earlier reported that Depp might enter Sherlock Holmes 3 through Robert Downey Jr.'s effort, but that speculation hit a wall after a couple of months when the legal battle between Depp and Heard worsened. But now that things are different with the case, it seems that existing plan to include him in the movie might be getting back up. Specifically, Amber Heard and Johnny Depp have reached a settlement in their Virginia defamation case. Heard announced on Instagram 2 Mondays back that the difficult decision was made after a great deal of deliberation. It's important for me to say that I never chose this. I defended my truth, and in doing so my life as I knew it was destroyed. The vilification I have faced on social media is an amplified version of the ways in which women are re-victimized when they come forward, she wrote. Heard added that their settlement was made on terms I can agree to. Depp's lawyers say Heard will pay $1 million, which he will donate to charities. We are pleased to formally close the door on this painful chapter for Mr. Depp, who made clear throughout this process that his priority was about bringing the truth to light. Depp's attorneys Benjamin Chu and Camille Vasquez said in a statement to USA Today, "The jury's unanimous decision and the resulting judgment in Mr. Depp's favor against Ms. Heard remain fully in place. The payment of $1 million, which Mr. Depp is pledging and will actually donate to charities, reinforces Ms. Heard's acknowledgement of the conclusion of the legal system's rigorous pursuit for justice." The statement said, Heard said she settled after having lost faith in the American legal system. In 2020, Depp lost his libel case against the British tabloid The Sun in the United Kingdom. He sued over an April 2018 article that called him a wife-beater. Heard testified as the main witness for News Group Newspapers, publisher of The Sun. Referencing that trial in her Instagram post, the Aquaman alum said she was vindicated by a robust, impartial, and fair system, where I was protected from having to give the worst moments of my testimony in front of the world's media, and where the court found that I was subjected to domestic violence. But in the US, Heard said popularity and power mattered more than reason and due process. However, that doesn't seem to have exactly been the case in the Virginia court. In the US case, Depp sued his ex-wife Heard for defamation in 2019, accusing her of defaming him in a 2018 op-ed for the Washington Post and seeking $50 million. She countersued, also for defamation over comments made by Depp's former lawyer Adam Waldman when he called her abuse allegations a hoax, seeking $100 million. The televised trial began on April 11 and lasted for a grueling 6 weeks, with both parties and their witnesses testifying about alleged abuse they endured during the couple's 15-month marriage that began in 2015. On June 1st, the Pirates of the Caribbean star won the defamation lawsuit, with a Virginia jury awarding him more than $10 million in damages and vindicating his stance that Heard fabricated claims that Depp assaulted her before and during their brief marriage. Anyway, while that part of the actor's life has been put to bed, it seems to have opened up several doors for the actor. And unlike his appearance in Sherlock Holmes 3, which isn't certain yet, the actor has landed several other roles that are already even in production. But the thing about this story is that it wasn't all pitchy perfect to get to this point, as Amber's claims also affected this. Specifically, news outlets have reported that Johnny Depp has found his next project and his first movie role since 2020's Minamata. In the legal battle with his ex-wife Amber Heard, she accused him of abusing her while they were together. Depp was asked to step down from his role as Grindelwald in Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore after a UK court ruled against him in his defamation lawsuit against The Sun, which called him a wife-beater. Now, Johnny Depp will star as French King Louis XV in the next film directed by French Helmer Maywen, whose shoot will begin this summer, Variety has confirmed. The movie, whose title and exact plot are kept under wraps, is being produced by Pascal Cochetiu and Gregor Sorlet's Paris-based Why Not Productions, with Wild Bunch International handling world sales. Filming will take place for 3 months on locations across Parisian landmarks, mainly at the Versailles Palace. Maywen will star as Jean du Barry, a countess who was Louis XV's last mistress. Louis XV, who was nicknamed the Beloved and reigned for 59 years, is the longest in the history of France after that of Louis XIV. Paradoxically, Louis XV died as an unpopular king after being accused of corruption and debauchery. The project was first reported by the French website Satellifax. While the whole thing with Amber Heard led to him falling from Hollywood's good graces since the accusations and his libel case against UK tabloid The Sun, Depp hasn't faced much backlash in Europe. He recently received honorary awards at the Carla Vivari Festival and San Sebastian Film Festival. Depp was also celebrated at the Deauville American Film Festival in French Normandy in 2020 and received an award from the hands of Catherine Deneuve. Unless Maywen's film shoots in English, which is unlikely, this role as Louis XV will require Depp to work on his French. He lived in France for many years with Vanessa Paradis, with whom he has a daughter, Lily Rose Depp, but still has a noticeable American accent. The period movie will mark a departure for Maywen, an actor-turned-filmmaker whose films are all contemporary and often personal. Apart from that, Depp will also be stepping behind the camera for the first time in over 2 decades as director of the upcoming film Modigliani. According to The Hollywood Reporter, the 59-year-old actor will direct a film about Italian artist Amedeo Modigliani, co-produced by Al Pacino and Barry Navidi. This will be the second time Depp has been in the role of director for a feature film. He made his directorial debut with 1997's The Brave, which he also starred in alongside Marlon Brando. The outlet reported that production is set to begin in Europe next spring and casting will be revealed soon. The film is based on a play by Dennis McIntyre and adapted for the screen by Jersey and Mary Kromolowski. It follows 48 hours in the painter and sculptor's life that, according to the outlet, would solidify his reputation as an artistic legend. Looking at the things Johnny has been able to achieve post-trial, I think it's not a particularly far-fetched idea that he could make his way into the 3rd installment of Sherlock Holmes with Robert Downey Jr. And if you consider how badly people already want it, it adds up. Like in the case of this user who wrote, "Yes, yes, yes, let this be true. Love them and want Johnny back everywhere because he deserves everything and media has been and is still so horrible to him. He's amazing, he's talented, and he's innocent. Still kind to evil her. Still, after all the years of pain, let her off the hook. That is a gentleman." We're not really sure exactly what the future holds for these actors, but one certain thing is that whatever they decide, people are definitely going to love it. That's it for this video. Goodbye.